That phrase holistic approach is a really important sort of defining characteristic of the Legasis model. For us, what that means is when we're invited to help a family business system that's in transition, we understand that our client, the people we're serving, is not just the family, not just the owners, not just the operating company, not just their employees, but all of those people, all of those different parts of that, what we call a living system that comes together to work. So one of the first pieces we do in working with folks is sort of what we call come to a shared mental model, a shared understanding of what the whole system is and what we're really working with. This living system that is the family business system, a dynamic living system, it really the solutions, the answers are there inside that system. Our work is to help, through a systemic approach, help those people in all those different parts within that living system discover, unlock, realize, sort of release the solutions that are right for them. That's really where fundamentally the value of our work with these family business systems is.
Another frustrating piece of the process can tend to be when we're setting up the engagement, what that looks like. Clients don't often know what they're getting into in the beginning, and we appreciate, understand, and respect that. What they're buying from us initially is trust. They trust in us, and we work really hard and respect that trust. Typically we find that a client will come and they'll say, I hurt here, fix this, fix it now, it really hurts. And we will engage in a process, and what we end up finding out that it's not necessarily the wrist that hurts. It's not this, it is something over here or something down here. It's all connected, and that's the world that we work in. If there is one thing clients tell us over and over again, it's that this part of how we work is so frustrating. It's frustrating while you're in the moment. It's frustrating when we can't or won't give you the answer. But at the end of the process, it becomes so much more valuable that you arrived at that yourself. We don't know what that's going to look like, but we absolutely know that we'll figure it out together. No two families or businesses are the same. Therefore, the way in which we partner with our client companies can vary widely. However, there are a few commonalities that we've found in the way in which we engage. One being the Leadership Development Initiative, or we call it LDI. This is a way that we can help you build your internal bench strength. We can help you put some resources towards cultivating and developing your internal talent. Strategic thinking and planning. We take a mindful approach, 3 phases. First, information gathering, getting a temperature, baseline on the organization. Second would be the actual planning retreat itself, getting everyone together in a room, talking about the things that we need to be, talking about the future of your company. And third is the rubber hits the road, accountability and implementation. We utilize individual and team coaching as it relates to the work that we're doing with the broader system. The individual growth and development, one of our philosophies is as the individual grows, the system grows. Oftentimes you'll hear us say the work that happens in between the meetings is much more important than what happens at the meeting. This is something that I get really excited about, starting early on and helping them grow and learn about what it means to be an effective owner, a responsible owner, and how it looks to wear those hats if they're wearing multiple ones, for instance, management, employee, and ownership. Transition planning can be really scary, and by having the conversations openly and up front, we've found that it helps take some of those unanswered questions out of it, and the more open the communication lines, the higher potential for success. This again is one of those processes where you invite somebody that's not a family member to be in management. And so what we do is, again, taking that kind of holistic approach and integrating what we know is going to work into the system and applying that to the recruitment strategy.
In family systems, deep down there's really, I think, a desire to be harmonious. And you know, one of the most desired things in life, when you go into a person's office, what do you see on their desk and their mantels? you see pictures of the family. No matter how things are really being struggled with and so forth, they love and care about their family. Now, that goes much deeper in a family system, family business, because you have the issue of money brought into play and family dynamics and the business itself as far as the role and so forth. So it intensifies. So it's hanging on to that thread or that rope that we care about each other first. The second critical aspect of that is the commitment that we have everything it takes to work this through. We just have to persist. But at the same time, it's recognizing that everybody's space is really important, that not everybody is at the same spot. So you have to be patient and caring and recognize and honor that and create a safe environment so that the people within the system are trustworthy, that they in their own way, you have to trust and believe who they are and what they stand for. I think it's normal to expect that any time you're going through family business transitions, you're going to go into the cauldron of change. The container or the vat or the crucible is going to heat up, and hold that as normal, that it's going to be a matter of feeling like we're making progress and then sliding back. And it's a process of purifying and clarifying and understanding what is it that is even greater on the other side. For us, our client is the family business system. It's the whole container. And we have to hold that space in between to make sure that all people are being honored and respected and their voices are being heard. As it relates to the family system, the container serves a vital role because all the family members interact within that system and affect each other. So it's holding that space with reference to the family, even the business itself, the employees, family and non-family employees, the owners within that business who maybe have control or direct the assets. So all those voices are in that space. Now the facilitator part is who holds that space. In many organizations, it's the leader of an organization that initially tries to make sure that it's building team and bringing them together. I think in the facilitator role, they have a big responsibility in the sense of holding that space in somewhat of a neutral manner and making sure it's safe. People will find their way. They have to feel safe and they have to feel loved and they have to feel that people really care. How do you create a situation where the family becomes healthier as the business becomes healthier? And they're directly tied together. In our work, we serve a vital role in the middle of holding that space, making sure all the voices are heard. That's the concept around the container and the facilitator. Very dynamic process.